G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. Thanks so much for joining me. If you're new to my channel, I do all kinds of things. Acrylic pouring, resin, finger knitting. I do some cooking videos. And lately I've been growing some crystals. And this is what we're going to do today. We're going to grow some more crystals. Now these are just a few kind of spiky crystals that I've grown because I was experimenting trying to get the spikes. So look at that. There's a big one, and then there's a little medium one, a mummy one, and they are quite delicate at this stage, very fine. These ones that are thicker aren't so delicate, but and then look at this little baby one. And I thought I want to make something with these crystals. It's a really big chunky one. So I've done the skull. Hopefully if you've been following me, you've seen the skull with borax, only little crystals. I did that really big blue one. I grew them on a rock. But today, I want to do something with spikes. Now, and I was thinking to myself, what kind of animal has spikes? Are you all thinking the same thing as me? A hedgehog, a little hedgehog. Look how adorable these are. I got these, they came in a set of 4. Got them from Amazon. So this one's sitting up, so you know you could have your spikes going that way. So adorable. I might even do all of them. This one's kind of rolled back a little bit. And then these two, I thought I'd use one of these because, you know, you're going to see more of the spikes and they're sort of going to be in the right directions. This one is a little bit bigger. And, yeah, I'm just going to go with this one. So I'll do him another day. If I can find the link, I'll link them for you. Not sure what they are, just a plastic. Hopefully they will actually sink. Hopefully they're heavy enough to sink. I should maybe try that, shouldn't I? Oh gosh, if they don't sink, I'll have to maybe I could actually glue it down to my container. What do you think? Do you think I can like silicone it down to my container? Although the silicone in the water may disrupt that whole chemical reaction, so that might not work. When I did the skull, I had to drill a hole in the bottom. Might have to do that actually before I start. I'd hate for it to float. I might just go and put it in some water and see if it floats. You guys check that as well. There's no point preparing it and everything and then you put it in your water and it just floats up and rolls over. So check that first. So I took him and put him into my container of water and he popped up and rolled over. So my husband's away playing golf this morning, so normally I'd say to him, Dave, can you just drill a hole in the bottom? So what I did was I put, stood him up and I put that on top and I gave it a whack with with the hammer and it made a little hole. And then I just got my clippers and I just made a hole, okay? So however you want to make it, make a hole. So it's just, not sure what it is. It seems like maybe a clay. Not sure. But anyway, now when I put him in, he can fill up with water. Yeah, and then he won't float. So make sure before you do this, whatever you want to use, skull, hedgehog, whatever, that it's not going to float away. All right, so the first thing we want to do is you can use like a glue, like a paste glue, like a PVA type glue, Elmer's or something like that, and paint it on, but it takes a long time to dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spray it. I'm only going to sort of spray it where I want the ADP to go, like so. Just got it over the top of my pizza box here. I think that'll do. And then we grab our ADP, or ammonium dihydrogen phosphate, or monoammonium phosphate. So it's either MAP or ADP. Use that one. And we are just going to coat him all over in that, like so. Hopefully I'm not getting it sort of on his face. You can always wipe it off. If you've, you know, put somewhere you shouldn't have, you can just wipe it off. There he is, look at that. All right, so now we're just going to give him a little bit of time to dry. It is a quick grip, so it doesn't take too long to dry. I'll just wash these off the rest of his face. Look, we may end up with crystals growing on his face anyway, but I'll just break them away because I don't want them, and his little ears there, I don't want them on his little ears, so I'll just clean away around there. But you know, you can come back and check on it every day, and if you think, oh, there's something growing, crystals growing where I don't want them to, I don't want them on his ears, or I don't want them on his nose, you can just break them off as they grow. It's no drama. So I'm actually heading off on a cruise tomorrow. That's why I'm doing this today. By the time you see the video though, I'll be back. So I'll be back from my cruise. So I thought perfect time to just leave him in the solution for 4 days. It's only a quick 4-day cruise up to Airlie Beach and back, with some friends and my husband Dave. So we're doing that. So I thought, yeah, perfect time to just leave him to sit in the solution for 4 days. And then, I mean, I'm not going to be able to check on him, but it'll be exciting when I come back. We can both see it together. So I'm just going to let him dry now. Oops, I've missed this bit on his nose. Let him dry for half an hour while I go and mix up my solution. There we go. I think that's pretty good, isn't it? I don't really want them on his little feet. But hopefully they'll grow and it'll look really sweet. So I'm very excited about this. All right. Let's mix up our solution. We're going to need the ADP, but I'll move my little pizza box out of the way for next time. So I've boiled the kettle. This is the container that I want to use to put my hedgehog in. I want to make sure that he's got enough room all the way around him and on top for him to grow. And so I'm using that one. Because it's plastic, I don't want to pour boiling water straight into that. So I'm going to mix my solution in the glass jug, but it won't hold enough. I've worked out that I need 2,500 grams of water and 1,500 grams of ADP. So I'm going to have to do it in 3 batches. So I'm going to do 830 grams of water to 500 grams of ADP, and I'll do that 3 times. And I'm going to pour it into this is what I use for my fudge making, this old pot. Just so that I can sit it there on the side, have all the water in there. And then it starts to cool down a little bit and the sediment will drop to the bottom. And then once the sediment's dropped to the bottom, I'm going to pour it into here. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'll do the first batch first and show you, and then I will just continue on. So I need 830 grams of water, and I just find it easier to weigh it rather than having a look, you know, and seeing when the bubble from the water goes just above the line. And anyway, I just prefer it this way. So we'll go 830. Anyone for a cuppa? Don't fill it too much, otherwise when you put your powder in, it'll overflow. So don't think, oh, I've got a litre there, I'll put a litre of water in. You've got to allow for your ADP. So we'll zero that, and I need 500 grams. Hope I got enough. I think I bought a 2 kilo bag of it, so I should have enough. And so I need to do this 3 times. Hopefully I've got enough. And then to make the spikes, oh, don't overflow. To make the spikes, you've got to add a bit of alum. A little bit of alum powder. Oh, it's going to be close, you guys. Up to 450. It's about to go over the edge. 494. Woohoo! Done it. Okay. Let's take that off. Move it out of the way. So now I need to stir this up. I'm going to put my finger there just so it doesn't... Maybe I should have done 4 batches. Probably would have been better. Ow, it's hot. It's burning me. It's hot. So anyway, we need to dissolve this. The other thing I need to do to add, like I said, to make the spiky crystals is we need to add some alum powder. So what you do with your alum powder is you have 1 gram of alum powder, which is this one, aluminium potassium sulfate or aluminum potassium sulfate, which is alum powder. That's it there. So to make the spiky crystals, you need 1 gram of alum per 100 grams of water. So I've got, in this jug here, we've got 800 grams of water. So I need 0.8 grams of alum. And I'm going to use this little tiny scale here, otherwise I can't register such a small amount. It's 0.4, 0.68, do it slowly. Oh, 0.9, see, we've gone over already, 0.9. That's fine, we'll go really spiky, so we'll pop that in. Okay, so that's that one done, put that out of the way. So what I need to do now is I need to mix all of this up. So I'll do it off camera because it's going to take me a while because I filled it up too much. I might divide the other 2 batches into 3 batches just so it's not so full. And yes, I could pour it into that, but if I want to microwave it, I can't put that in my microwave. So that's why it's in this one. All right, I'm going to do my full 2,500 grams of water, my 1,500 grams of alum, and my 2.5 grams, no, sorry, my 2.5 litres or grams, 2,500 grams of water, 1,500 grams of ADP, and 2.5 grams of alum powder. And I'm going to mix it all, dissolve it. I'm going to put it in here to cool, and then I will come back to you. I won't bore you with me doing every batch. All right, so I've got my daughter here, Christy. These are her hands.
Hi.
And I put all of that solution into this big pot that I was telling you about. It looks as if it's got some floaties on top though, so I'm going to try, I don't know how successful I'm going to be. I'm going to try and pour it through a little pantyhose sock just to sort of stop any imperfections. And then there's probably quite a lot of sediment on the bottom that I won't... Whoops, sorry, Christy. That's not too hot, is it?
Nah.
It's just warm. I've waited about, I don't know, half an hour for it to cool down a little bit. Just lift that up. It's in the... Is it quite heavy now? Do I need to slow down?
No, it's fine.
So anyway, I thought I'd get a lot of sediment on the bottom, but I haven't really. Hopefully this little socket, I don't know if you can actually see anything or I'm blocking you. Am I blocking you? Sorry, you probably just see the bottom of the pan, but anyway, there it is. So yeah, there's not much left in the bottom at all. I can take over now. Thank you, Christy. All right, you wash your hands. So hopefully this will, you know, catch the sediment. Because I've tried with paper towel and it just takes forever. I've tried with the coffee filters. It takes forever. Now don't squeeze that. You don't want to squeeze all the sediment out. But let's have a look and see if it's actually caught much. Because I had some floaty bits on top. I was walking around the house thinking, oh my God, what can I use? So, yeah, there's I don't know, just a bit of stuff. I guess you can't really see it a lot. But anyway, we'll just put that in the washing machine. Move that aside. And hopefully we've kind of strained out any sediment that's in there. All right, now this is ready to go. It's warm, not hot. It's lukewarm. So what I'm going to do now is first of all I'm going to try and fill this guy up with water. You could, if you wanted to, fill it up with silicone, plasticine, something like that. Make sure it's got all the bubbles out. The only issue with that is it may react, you know, with the chemicals. It's fertilizer. It's not that dangerous. Well, I don't think it's dangerous at all. It's just fertilizer. You're not going to eat it. But I've just got it on I've got a cut on my finger, so I've just got my gloves on so it doesn't sting. So that's basically all we'll do. I've got about that much room above him or her. So, yeah, I mean, I don't want them huge, but I do want them kind of probably about that long. Now, the reason I've made up a lot of solution now, I'll make sure I put him in the center, is I don't want to be having to change the solution or add more solution afterwards, because I find that when I add some, like the crystal will be growing nice and clear, and then I add more solution, and when it grows a bit longer, the top of it seems to have maybe some sediment in it or something else in it. So I'm going to try not to do that. I'm just going to leave this like this. I'm actually going to cover it up with a blanket to keep it nice and warm and let it cool down slowly. And I'm going to go and finish packing for my cruise, and then I will see you in 5 days, and we'll see what's happened to this little guy. Okay, wish me luck on my cruise.
Okay, my team Black Betty, everyone here. Guys, the most important thing that you have to remember.
All right, so I'm back from the cruise. Been back a few days. So this has actually been sitting in here for just over a week. I did add just a little tiny snippet of a bit of my cruise adventures before this. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It was at our Airlie Beach stop in Queensland, Australia, and we went to Whitehaven Beach, which is part of the Whitsunday Islands. Just if anyone's interested, that's where we went. On one of those jet boats that does donuts and all kinds of things. Very exciting. All right, back to this. Now, I was a bit disappointed that I didn't really get spikes. I'll get it out, but they're not as spiky as I was hoping. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Let's get this out. Try and... So there you go. Like here's oh my gosh, it's heavy. I have to drain that water from underneath because there's that hole in the bottom. Try to do this carefully. Like we've got lots of crystals, don't get me wrong, but I was expecting sort of long, pointy hedgehog spikes, and I didn't get that. And before I started the video today, I looked back at my notes just to see if I'd gone wrong, and I did go wrong. I did. I do make mistakes, you guys. I'm only human. So you know when I said to you, I've got to add the little bit of alum. Oh my gosh, that's heavy. A little bit of alum to the ADP to make the crystals spiky. So, and I said to you, it's 100 grams of liquid or water with the ADP. So 100 grams of mixed solution to 1 gram of alum. So it should be 100 grams to 1, 200 grams to 2, 500 grams to 5, 1,000 grams to 10, 2,000 grams to 20. So when I did 2,500 grams of solution, I should have had 25 grams of alum. I didn't. I did 2.5 grams of alum. So yeah, I did it wrong. I did it wrong. So still like this. Let me just see if I can I need something to get some of these little pointy ones off his face. So anyway, I know where I went wrong, and I kind of feel like I want to do it again. I just want to get some of these little loose ones off his face. Look at that, look at that. Gosh, I've got to be careful. I don't want to break anything. Well, I do want to break the ones on his face. It's got something under his mouth there. So just picking these ones off, because these didn't have the seed crystals on them, on his face. I don't know, can you see? Can you see? There's a little bit stuck under here. In his mouth. It's in his mouth. Okay, I'm just going to try and wedge that out. So yeah, I kind of feel as if I want to do it again and do it properly. I don't have a lot of ADP left, and it took a lot. It was a lot of ADP. So I'm going to use the, oops, I just dropped something. I'm going to use the same solution that I just put him in, that I took him out of. I'm going to use that solution. I'm going to reheat it. I'm going to add more ADP. And I'm going to add a lot more alum. I am going to do a lot more alum crystals. So yeah, I'm going to do that. But I will do another video because this one's probably already a bit too long. So I'll go through doing it again, and we'll just see if I can get a better hedgehog. Like, it's really cute. It's really cute. Oh my gosh! Be careful, careful. When they're really when they're still wet like this, they're quite soft. As they dry out, I want you to see his little face. As they dry out, they become much more hard, much harder. So yeah, I can't really see his ears. I mean, I could start chipping away to reveal his ears, but I'm just going to leave it because I think it's just adorable. And there he is. There's the side of him. Now, if you wanted to, once your crystals have dried out totally, so give it a few days, you can go over it with a gloss spray paint, a clear gloss spray, and that'll just keep the shine, because sometimes the crystals may go a little bit dull, so that'll just protect it. But yeah, it's looking so, oh, he's so cute. All right, I'm gonna have to find somewhere to put him safely. All right, so there he is. Still happy with him, but at least I know why I didn't get those really pointy crystals. So we'll do it again, because I have, in my mind, I have an idea of what I want. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again real soon for the next video. I'll wait till he's dried, and then I'll take a nice little video for you outside. All right, take care, guys. Bye for now.